Hello everybody, welcome to episode 2 of the Sports Forecast with your host here, Michael Cloud. Got some interesting topics today. We have the completion of the first round of the first virtual NFL draft, and I'll be discussing an overview, some highlights of episode 1 and 2 of the Michael Jordan documentary. Let's begin. So I'm going to start off by reviewing all 32 picks of the first round, in case you guys missed the draft. So, with the first overall pick, the Cincinnati Bengals selected Joe Burrow, quarterback out of LSU. Number 2 pick, Washington Redskins selected Chase Young, defensive end, Ohio State. Number 3, Detroit Lions selected Jeff Okudah, cornerback, Ohio State. Number 4, the New York Giants selected Andrew Thomas, tackle, out of Georgia. Number 5, the Miami Dolphins selected Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback, Alabama. Number 6, the LA Chargers selected Justin Herbert, quarterback, Oregon. Number 7, the Carolina Panthers selected Derek Brown, defensive tackle, Auburn. Number 8, the Arizona Cardinals selected Isaiah Simmons, linebacker, Clemson. Number 9, the Jacksonville Jaguars selected C.J. Henderson, cornerback, Florida. Number 10, the Cleveland Browns selected Jedrick Wills, tackle, Alabama. Number 11, the New York Jets selected Mekhi Becton, tackle, Louisville. Number 12, the new Las Vegas Raiders select Henry Ruggs III, wide receiver, Alabama. Number 13, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Tristan Wirfs, tackle, Iowa. Number 14, San Francisco 49ers select Javon Kinlaw, defensive tackle, South Carolina. Number 15, the Denver Broncos select Jerry Jeudy, wide receiver, Alabama. Number 17, my Dallas Cowboys select CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver, Oklahoma. Number 18, Miami Dolphins select Austin Jackson, tackle, USC. Number 19, the Las Vegas Raiders select Damon Arnett, cornerback, Ohio State. Number 20, the Jacksonville Jaguars select K'Von Chaisson, defensive end, LSU. Number 21, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jaren Reagor, wide receiver, TCU. Number 22, the Minnesota Vikings select Justin Jefferson, wide receiver, LSU. 23, the LA Chargers select Kenneth Murray, linebacker, Oklahoma. 24, the New Orleans Saints select Cesar Ruiz, center, Michigan. Number 25, the San Francisco 49ers select Brandon Aoki, wide receiver, Arizona State. I apologize if I've mispronounced that. 26, and definitely the most interesting pick of the draft, the Green Bay Packers select Jordan Love, quarterback, Utah State. Number 27, the Seattle Seahawks select Jordan Brooks, linebacker, Texas Tech. Number 28, the Baltimore Ravens select Patrick Queen, linebacker, LSU. Number 29, the Tennessee Titans select Isaiah Wilson, tackle, Georgia. Number 30, the Miami Dolphins select Noah Igbendu. Can't pronounce his name, I do apologize again. Cornerback, Auburn. Number 31, the Minnesota Vikings select Jeff Gladney, cornerback, TCU. And lastly, number 32, the Kansas City Chiefs select Clyde Edwards. Hilaire, I apologize. Number 32 in the draft to the Kansas City Chiefs. So that completes a little overview of the first 32 picks of the draft. So next I want to jump into some of the, I'd say, my favorite picks of the first round, most interesting picks of the first round. So let's start with number 1, Joe Burrow, LSU. They got their man. The Bengals got their guy. After years of mediocrity, bouncing the first round of the playoffs, I think they found their guy. A.J. Green, he's got a quarterback to throw to him now. They franchise tagged him. So now Joe Burrow's got a good wide receiver to throw to. And things are looking up and up for them. I mean, I'd say they're going in the right direction. Got the number 1 pick in the draft, Heisman Trophy winner, defending national championship winner, arguably one of the best seasons in college football history. So can't be mad about that. Number 2 pick, Chase Young, defensive end, Ohio State, to the Redskins. Whoo! NFC East. Man, my Cowboys got to watch out. That guy's going to be a monster coming after the quarterback. Carson Wentz, Giants, we all got to watch out. Got to watch out, man. This guy's going to be a beast. Ohio State always produces these guys. I mean, look, number 1, number 2, number 3 picks in the draft all at one point were teammates. That's actually the first time that's ever happened. They all went to Ohio State. That's crazy. Next, let's talk about number 5 pick, Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback, Alabama. Dolphins, I think they got their guy. Even though they tried to finesse a little bit and they tried to trade up with the Bengals to get number 1, to get Joe Burrow, I mean, that wasn't realistic. Of course, they're going to try, offer the number 5 pick, maybe offer a couple first-round picks for the next couple years because Joe Burrow's just that type of talent. But, I mean, I think Tua is going to fit great in that offense. Fast-paced offense with the Dolphins. You got that West Coast feel to it. And they're definitely building around on that defense, a young, hungry defense. Hey, AFC East is wide open, so it's going to be fun to see. Jump down to number 11, Mekhi Becton. I keep messing up his name. Louisville Jets shored up the offensive line to protect Sam Darnold and Le'Veon Bell. I mean, he kept getting hit last year, so many sacks. They gotta shore that up to protect. They gotta protect him. I mean, if they can't protect the quarterback, then you're not going to have plays develop downfield. Your running back's not going to be able to get through the holes. You're not going to be able to set up the play action, vice versa. Let's jump down to number 17. My Dallas Cowboys selected CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver, Oklahoma. So from what I heard was the Cowboys did about 25 mock drafts. In all of their mock drafts, CeeDee never fell to 17. And even though CeeDee was 6th on the Cowboys draft board, they never saw him actually falling to them. So when he fell to them at 17, even though they had much bigger needs at safety, at cornerback, maybe even a defensive end, they couldn't pass up a talent like CeeDee Lamb. I mean, coupling him with Amari Cooper, Zeke, and Dak, it's going to be something serious. I mean, hey, we look at the offenses like last year of the Kansas City Chiefs, where you say defense wins championships. You can only score so many points until your defense is gonna have to make a stop. But hey, we saw a good example. Kansas City Chiefs had a good defense, above average, not top tier. That offense was just pretty much unstoppable last year. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm excited to see CeeDee Lamb go to the Cowboys. It's gonna be fun to watch. Next, I'm going to talk about Patrick Queen, number 28 pick in the draft to the Ravens. When you got the defending MVP going, talking about you in high praise, like calling you Ray Lewis Jr., he's got to be good. So this guy Patrick Queen's a monster. I was watching some of his tape out of LSU, watching the national championship game. So I'm excited to see that too. Hey, Ravens are on the up and up. I mean, they keep just adding to that defense. The offense is getting better. You might see Antonio Brown go to the Ravens. I think that would be smart, and that would help them out a lot. So that's my wrap up for round 1 of the draft. Now let's jump down to some highlights from episode 1 and episode 2 of the Michael Jordan documentary. So, actually, The Last Dance almost didn't happen. Jerry Riedendorf, the Bulls owner, was quoted as saying, after the 5th championship, which was 1996-97, we were looking at the team and we realized, other than Michael Jordan, the rest of the guys were probably at the end of their high productive years. He had to decide whether to keep the team together or realize that this may be time to rebuild and not try to win the 6th championship. Michael Jordan was not pleased with that statement. His rebuttal was, we had just finished winning our 5th title. There was a lot of uncertainty. Management started talking about a franchise is going to change and where to rebuild. I thought it was unfair. I never let someone who's not putting on the uniform and playing each and every day dictate what we can and can't do on the court. I mean, hey, with that being said, I mean, you can't disagree with that. I mean, when we've won that many titles in a row, why would your first inclination be to blow up the team and rebuild? You've won 5 in 7 years. Go for that 6th one. I mean, Michael Jordan was at the top of his game. So, when we see what happens, we all know what happened. They started off the documentary just showing the ring ceremony from the 5th championship, starting off the 97-98 season. And then they would go back and forth between showing Michael Jordan at UNC in the early part of his career with the Bulls, and then they would switch back to the end of his career, back with, the 97-98 season, of course, where they won the 6th championship. It was really cool because they were going in talking about how Michael Jordan was not always known as Michael Jordan. He actually, when he first got to UNC as a freshman, was known as Mike Jordan. And then the 1982 National Championship game happened. Versus Georgetown, down by 1 with 32 seconds to go. The legendary Dean Smith drew up a play where obviously the best player on the team at that point was James Worthy, and everyone on Georgetown thought that he was going to be getting the final shot to win the game, to win the national championship. But Dean Smith was smart and knew they would swing the ball back and forth, that Michael Jordan would get the game-winning shot. He would get the open shot. So he took the shot. They won the game. They won the national championship. And forever, Michael Jordan is now coined Michael Jordan. No more Mike Jordan. MJ was born. Roy Williams was quoted as saying, Michael Jordan was the only player that ever could turn it on and off, but he never freaking turned it off. That's Michael Jordan for you. That's that GOAT level. That GOAT level mentality. That Mamba mentality. When you're that good, Michael, Kobe, MJ, Magic, Larry, these guys just had a switch that no other players have. That they could just take it to that next level when they needed to. These guys they elevate their game in championship games. When it matters most, you see them play at their best. It was awesome because they showed, so a couple days ago was April 20th. So April 20th, 1986, the anniversary just happened. Chicago Bulls played the Celtics in a series. And on that date, Michael Jordan put up 63 points in one game, which is the single playoff record for most points in a single playoff game. Ironically enough, it wasn't enough. Celtics actually won in double overtime, 135-131, and swept the Bulls in that series. Larry Bird, you know what Larry Bird said? Larry Bird said, it's just God disguised as Michael Jordan. That's how good Michael Jordan was. And coming from Larry Bird, real recognizes real. So that was a bunch of stuff that they were talking about, episode 1. And they also went into start talking about Scottie Pippen and how he was so underappreciated, undervalued by the Bulls organization. Michael Jordan appreciated him so much. I mean, he even said, when you speak about Michael Jordan, you have to speak on Scottie Pippen. They go hand in hand. Batman, Robin. I mean, Scottie Pippen was so underappreciated. Like, that's a top 10 small forward of all time. And he was getting paid the 6th highest on the Bulls, making only a couple million a year compared to Michael Jordan's $30 million a year. It's crazy. I mean, Scottie, not to say that Michael couldn't have done it without Scottie, but it would have been a completely different thing. I mean, he might not have won 6 titles, Scotty made Michael. So, and let's move on to the last part of this episode, a little daily motivation. So I want to talk about staying positive and being confident in yourself. So something I live by. If you stay positive, if you are positive, you're more likely to get a positive outcome with a positive attitude than you are to get a positive outcome with a negative attitude. It's just common sense. If you are positive, you're more likely to get that positive outcome. Because if you go into a scenario with a poor mindset, I'm going to lose, I can't do this, that, then you're right. You can't do that. If you tell yourself you can't do something, you know what? You're damn right you can't. But if you tell yourself you can, you stay confident, you stay positive, you are way more likely to get that outcome you're looking for than otherwise speaking. And then staying confident in yourself. Confidence is key. You have to be confident in yourself. If you're not confident in yourself, then who's going to be confident in you? If you're confident in yourself, it will take you so far in life. If you're able to use that positivity, use that confidence. I mean, myself, I've been trying to stay confident, stay positive, and it's worked well in my life. So I can tell you that, look at the most successful people in this world. Do you think they sit there with a negative attitude all the time? You think they sit there all depressed and sad, feeling bad for themselves? No. Those people wake up at 7, 8, 9 in the morning. They get up. They have a routine. They're confident in themselves. And, hey, what can you say? If you stay positive, you stay confident, success will come your way. What goes around comes around. Having a good attitude will definitely make you go far, I promise. Well, that wraps up episode 2 of the Sports Forecast with your host here, Michael Cloud. I hope everyone enjoyed. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next week.